Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
All students are here.
Let's see.
Okay, good morning everybody. Assalamu alaikum. We are happy to be here for the second day. It's good to sometime to challenge our ability as experts to how we manage classes during no electricity, or even sometime during summer we go outside and so on. So we are used to do that, by the way. So it's not a surprise. So yesterday we spoken about the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship. How many of you have attended our class yesterday? Did you manage to attend? Anyone? Okay, so today we'll talk about something about that beside other things. And yesterday we spoken about the issue of lab. All of you go to lab, right? This is, I think, as I said yesterday, at least 30 to 40% of your time will be around labs. This is what is special about it. So what are the benefits of labs? Why we go for labs? For laboratory. Because we do also laboratories in our inspiration economy, we call it inspiration labs. So what are the benefits of labs? You understand my English, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So, ispitni laboratorij.
Koje su prednosti
Ispitni laboratorij.
ne općenito ispitni laboratorij, općenito u laboratoriju.
Ja nisam slušala jučer predavanja, ne znam.
Pričali su o inovaciji i poduzetništvu.
I wasn't here.
Yesterday, yeah. Okay. So let's hear from your students, and then we'll. So what do you think? Why we go for laboratory? Yes.
Our student is agriculture
Yes.
and forest.
Forest. Yes. Yes.
They are not economists.
Nothing to do with economics. What I'm asking is nothing to do with economics. I'm biomedical engineer. My background is biomedical engineering. Okay.
It's
So,
new.
Yes. So, but you should know why you go to laboratory, right? Because you are spending 40% of your time in labs. Okay. So I might.
We understand only.
Yes. Okay. Again, my question to you: what is the purpose of going to lab? Why you go to lab? There must be something. Yes, ma'am. You want to say something?
To like, I don't know how to say it, to get that practice.
Practice. Excellent. Okay. That's good. That's good. You need to practice, right? Okay. So this is basic thing. What else?
Observing things.
Okay. Observing things and investigating. Okay. What else? Because if you don't know what is the purpose of laboratory, you'll not be, by the way, a scientist. Okay. The most important thing for scientists that they know what is the purpose of things. So we should be asking. Laboratory will help us to ask about what, not how. Okay. The question of what. Okay. More than the question of how. With laboratory, we can investigate lots of things. And with laboratory, our mindset will change. Yes.
Eksperimentirati uglavnom se novim stvarima. For experiment.
Okay, to do experiments. Right, excellent. So, unless we do experiments, we cannot know whether this thing is true or not, right? So, this is the mind of what we are building in laboratory. We are building a scientist mindset. Okay, our mindset will be full of curiosity. You know the word curiosity? It's I mentioned yesterday, it's the spirit of Sherlock Holmes. You know Sherlock Holmes? Did you see the film Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, still.
Okay, the investigator, Sherlock Holmes. Okay? So the more you have the spirit of curiosity, the more you can solve problems. Okay? So for you, 1 plus 1 is not equal to always. And this is the spirit of Einstein. Okay? Do you have all of your paper and pencil? Yes? Can you get your paper and pencil, please? Okay? No problem. We can manage it without.
For me, not.
So can you get the pencil and pen, paper, please? I have some with We need more paper and pencil. Yes. You have everyone has? Yes? Okay. I would like you now to draw for me. You have? Yep. I would like you to draw for me a butterfly. Butterfly. Draw. Draw a butterfly. You know this one. Okay. Butterfly. Is it difficult? I don't have Wow.
Napišite kaput, torac, abdomen. Napiši language. Napiši language. Butterfly, kaput,
Yes.
Is the head.
Yes, I know.
and abdomen.
Yes. Yes. Of course. My profession, I am expert in inspiration economy now. Okay, have you finished drawing? Yes? Okay? Everyone?
Takvire, lijepo nam se.
Okay, now if you all finish, now I will put music and redraw the butterfly. Okay, I want to see your imagination after you hear the music. Okay, there will be now music. Okay.
Znači pust muziku i pa ćemo spavati. Mali? Da. Kad počneš muziku, da nackaš apsolutno.
Now redraw. Draw it again.
Now again redraw the butterfly.
خليه في النص ولا كده؟
Okay, are you ready? Finish? What is the difference? Who can tell me? Is there a difference? Yes? What is the difference in the drawing? Is there any difference in the drawing? In the first one and second one?
Koja ima li kakvih razlika između prvog i drugog?
Is there any difference?
Nisu svi isti.
Nisu, prvi je bio onako običan, a drugi nekako malo detaljiran.
She said that the first one was really basic, but while she was listening to music, it became different. U čemu je različito?
Ali vidim da sam dosta razmišljala sam.
She was like imagining some.
Okay, excellent. So that's good. So let's give her applause for this. Anyone else? What is difference? What is there is difference? With the music, we got excited.
Yes.
So most of you, so this is the basic of human common sense. For sure, you're gonna get excited, and you're gonna see, for example, that the butterflies start to move. I think some of you,
Yes.
as if you are making it more of starting to move. You are imagining it. Maybe you could not draw it like me. Maybe you are not a good drawer. Okay, and you put behind it a background because there will be like lots of roses and flowers and lots of plants, maybe, or it will be in the garden. Okay, and this is, by the way, the human mindset. Unfortunately, most of our training, most of our education, always is about static butterfly. Most of our education, or including university, is always about static butterfly, which means 1 + 1 = 2. It's like static. But if we don't use the power of visualization, okay, which is most of the humans, they don't use it. Only, by the way, 5 to 2% only use it, or 2 to 5% use it. And those are the ones who create the change in life. Okay? For example, Einstein, Mandela, Gandhi, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, those people who are normal people like us. I'm not talking about prophets, I'm not talking about extraordinary people, I'm talking about normal people like us. They are normal people, they are not, by the way, we think that they are genius people. No. They are normal people, but they started to use what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is God, have given us, that we are different than the animals. You know what we are different than animals? What's the difference between a human and an animal? Okay? And which part of the body we are different?
Mind.
In the mind, right? Which is the brain. The mind is the mind is the action of the brain, right? So it is the brain, it's not the mind. Okay. So what is the difference in our mind than others? Our abilities, you don't say. Okay. What is the difference between our mind, our brain, and the brain of the? You should know that.
Desires.
Sorry.
Desires? Desires.
Desires. Now I'm talking about the brain. I'm not talking about now what the brain will do, which is the mind. Okay. But I'm talking about what is the difference in the design. Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have designed the brains, right, of animals and the humans. What is the difference? Okay. What is the nearest animal to us? What is the nearest animal brain similar to our humans? Monkeys, right? Monkeys, chimpanzees, right? Okay, not only monkeys, especially the chimpanzees, they are very similar to the human brain. And this is why Darwin theory, because he thinks that we came from the same thing. But Darwin, if he knows the brain design, he would have not dared to say that. Why? Because the brain is made of 4 loops, right? 4 parts. The most important loop is what's called the frontal loop. Okay, I'll show it to you here in my computer because today is not okay. So that you can see it. The most important loop is the frontal loop, and this frontal loop is what makes the human different than the nearest animal, which is the chimpanzee. Okay, the chimpanzee is only 1/3 of our frontal loop. Okay. So this is the frontal loop that I'm talking about. Okay. So see, the rat does not have very small frontal lobe. then the little bit in the cat. Then in the chimpanzee you can see it is 1/3 of our frontal lobe. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given us this frontal lobe to make us different than others. Okay? And unfortunately, most of us, we don't use this frontal lobe. You can see the one in the circle here. Most of us, we don't use this frontal lobe. What is the business of this frontal lobe, you think? See, the other lobes, the business of it is motor to make our parts, to make us move, right? And to make us sensory. Okay? While this frontal lobe, the one in the front, its business is association, to associate things. And most of us, this one I'm talking about, okay, you can see the rat does not have, the cat does have little bit, chimpanzee have more, okay? And then we are having 3 times than the chimpanzee, okay? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given us this? So that He make us more visualize, okay? So that we visualize things in life in different way. So the normal thing, if we didn't go to school, if it was a child, even without music, you would have drawn the butterfly to be like flying. But because we want to study, and we studied a lot, and we think we know, we started to see things as static. Because 1 + 1 = 2, right? Where in reality, 1 + 1 for Einstein and those people who change the world, it might equal 3 and 4. And this is why they question and they go out of the norm. For you as scientists, and why I'm telling you this?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Why red are for experiment only in laboratory,
Yes.
in why red?
Because red for
Why not chimpanzee?
yeah, red because for maze, you know the maze. We use it for the maze design. Because red is very good in motor. If you see the red in the motor side, if you see the motor, the big one, it is one of the most developed animals compared to the size of the brain. The motor design. So red like repetition. If you make a repetition for red, they will repeat the same thing. You see?
And genome?
Sorry?
And genome?
What's genome?
Yeah.
Green.
Kako se kaže gen na
A
engleskom?
zapravo što može iz toga?
Gen for red is uvažen.
Like eating cow.
Hmm?
Something about
For experiment.
Aha.
Jeans.
Okay.
For experiment.
Yes.
In medicine.
Yes. So for repetition, red is why because it's good enough.
Pharmacology.
Use for repetition because it's one of the best. If you want to repeat, we want some time. You know, in laboratory we want reference, right? Don't we use reference when you do test? You use reference for pH sampling. For example, you go for reference. Okay. When you want to calibrate your equipment, you want reference. The best reference for any study, always the easiest animal is rat so far. Okay. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you here is that because of this, these people they change the world. Unfortunately, and yesterday I spoke about laboratory, which is Arabella was saying, laboratory is first and it's about observation. Today you go to lab, and you go to lab maybe not inside, sometimes your laboratory is outside. You take samples, right? You test for a plant, you test for animals, you test for lots of things. You're supposed to be not only taking observation, normal observation, when you take sample, you're supposed to use your own visualization. You're supposed to query things. You should have the quest, the quest means the strive to ask about lots of things. Why this is happening? For example, you are taking a sample about cheese. What are the senses that I will take when I take a sample for cheese? Let's say you go for a milk factory or a cheese factory. What are the things you're supposed to take when you take a sample? Smell, right? Color, right? All these senses are supposed to. So association of things is very important for us, for you as a scientist. This will build for you the spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation. Okay, if you want to be really a good scientist, because you might not end up working as a scientist in a laboratory. You might be end up, this is what we want to encourage you. You might end up to be job creators, which means you have your own business and you take your own risk. But you use that mindset of Sherlock Holmes, which is always questioning. And I think biotechnology, the department, supposed to focus on this. Yesterday we spoken with Prof. Khalid, right? Is that this is very important for you in order to create a change in your society. Now I will tell you, all of you have seen this, right? What is this? Okay. What is this? We know that, right? That's a cup of coffee.
No, this is
Right? Okay. Now I will tell you. Bring for me I want you to be now. You are biotechnologist, right? What is the design to improve this cup of coffee? Okay. What is the design to improve this cup of coffee? So I want you to tell me what is your next design. I'll just give you 1 minute to discuss each together. What is you can bring to the society? Let's say you are seeing this a lot, right? Maybe here there is a machine that is selling a cup of coffee.
Jel treba objasniti? Znači, kako da poboljšamo sada ovaj izgled ove kafe, znači neki novi dizajn.
Okay, how can I improve the design of this cup of coffee? Okay, so take just 1 minute, discuss this with each other. You can discuss it. You can discuss it.
Čisto da neki
Discuss.
dizajn, da bi nam bilo više.
Okay, what is the design you can bring to improve this cup of coffee? For this one, not a new cup of coffee. Arabella, design for this cup of coffee, not any other cup of coffee. The disposable one.
Samo se tu, na mogu mijeniti.
Yes.
Ja sam skroz ubacila.
Okay.
A na engleskom recimo.
Again, this is very important because it will break the barrier of your mindset to make it more flexible, to elevate, to bring new products. Okay? This is why you are studying biotechnology, to be more creative. Right?
Kad je drži da nije toplo.
Okay, excellent. You are persistent.
Što da li rezultat?
Ja bih ovo zruškala kad je da ovo
Okay. So now let us discuss together what is the improvement you can bring to this cup of coffee. Anyone? Yes? Yeah, let me hear from you. Well, you have done something. What is the improvement you can do?
Bym objasniti nacrtao cvijeće po
Flowers.
He draw flowers on the...
They don't flower on the cup of coffee. Okay, no, okay, this is something for you. So we'll keep this cup of coffee for you. Okay.
Maybe we should have studied art.
Yes, okay, what else? Anything?
Yes, we kind of, when you think about maybe if I was like taking this cup of coffee with me, it wouldn't be that practical. Maybe like a top head of something like that.
Okay.
And, because maybe these...
Excellent, let's take it one at a time, Arabella.
Okay.
Arabella is saying is that we'll make a cover for the cup of coffee, right? This is the basic. Agree? Yeah. Agree? So we'll invent. Let's say we find that in Bihac there is not enough, only there is a cup of coffee sold like this, disposable. So what you'll do, you'll make a business for the cover of the cup of coffee. So let's give her applause for this. Okay? Excellent. What else? See, by the way, most of the inventions or most of the business are basic ones, but someone has moved to it, right? Yeah. Everything we see in life, someone else, because when they found there is a need, they created something from it. What else we can do for this cup of coffee? Come on, guys. I heard that this college is the best college. Okay? Prove to me you are the best college. Okay, let me hear from you. What you have done here? Yes, excellent. What you have done? Yes, excellent. Beside the cover, she put a straw. Beside the cover, she have put straw. Okay? So this is again, give her applause. This is again a very good idea. Come on. Anything? No? Nothing? Yes? Nothing? Guys, there? Anything? Okay? No, nothing from your side?
These two guys, they said a spoon.
Spoon. Okay, excellent. Spoon with the cup of coffee. Especially espresso one. Alright? Okay, excellent. Okay, give them applause also for this. Thank you very much. Okay. I'll tell you now, because someone has thought very advanced, Professor, because someone has thought very advanced way, and this is about now 30 years old, 30 years when they started to bring this. Okay, people used to get very hot when they have hand. So someone have brought this idea, very simple idea, but he patented. So he got patent. Okay, what do you think a patent is about? This is the patent about.
That's what we were doing.
Okay, corrugated cartons.
Yes.
He started to use you've seen the design, he taken the design from the cartons and he started to apply it to the cup. And he got a patent, this is a US patent, see? This is a US patent for only simple idea. Okay? So there are lots of simple ideas, it's only need our visualization. You can see, he painted the corrugated, the one you hold the hand with. Okay? From your side, also you can do that you make a design outside with different drawings. Okay? So he got a patent for simple ideas because he started to see, okay, or she started, I'm not sure if it's he or she, he started to see that there is a need in the society for cup holder. Okay, and I think in the beginning you draw something like this, okay? Your idea, and then he did all the design, the detail. Yes. So he did all the design in order to make sure is that this will be his own patent. Today, all of these inventions came after that. See, all of these improvements for how to use the cup, coffee. All these are type of things that they started to visualize that there is a need in the society for cup holder, for cartoon. So this became a business for lots of people. Okay? And this is why we say it's very important to have the spirit of entrepreneur. Because you as in biotechnology, your business is what? To experiment things. And you are supposed to bring things in the right time. If you don't bring things in the right time, others will bring it. Okay? And this is what we say about spirit of entrepreneurship. It's about taking risk in the right time. Okay? So for example, was your idea. See, I think your idea, Professor. Your idea was.
What do you want? You speaking very fast, very fast.
Very fast?
For me, for only.
Okay, sorry.
Langsam,
See, this is the holder. You don't the holder right here. Right? You can use the same. You put inside this one. You can use it as something you said. All of them. Right? Right. So what is the Einstein? Einstein, his secret, he says, my secret, I remain as a child. The secret of Einstein is very simple. You're supposed to remain, and your knowledge is supposed to develop. But your mind and visualization, the frontal lobe, you're supposed to remain as a child. The more you visualize things in a proper way, which is children used to dream and visualize things, the more you can bring things to the world and you can improve the world in the proper way. Okay? For that, we're saying here is that very important we question. For example, am I doing the right job? Am I doing the right way? Is this something that is the only way to do it? Seeing things from different perspectives is very important. Okay? Don't ever say this is the only way of doing things. If you want to be a scientist, you should have supposed to always ask, is this the only way to do it? There will be lots of ways, hundreds of ways to do lots of things. Okay? And this is again why you go to the laboratory. I was asking why you go to the laboratory, because in lab you test many things. And you test in different ways, right? Till you come with a proper solution to the thing. That is what the mind of science. Okay. See now, again I'll give you another question. Okay? Someone wanted to improve the peeling of vegetable, So this is a vegetable peeler. Okay? This instrument is a vegetable peeler. Another question for you. Okay? So now how we can improve or we can make business and improving the vegetable peeler. Okay? So another question for you. How can we improve the vegetable peeler? We want to improve this vegetable peeler. Arabella, can tell me what the vegetable peeler is?
Znači sad za taj guli krompir, ta sprava, na koji način je možemo poboljšati. Znači isti zadatak kao i za kao.
Okay, give me a draw for me or suggest for us how can we improve the vegetable peeler. How can we improve it?
Širina radnog dijela. Kako se kaže širina? Dužina, širina.
Wideness.
Kako?
Wideness.
Wideness.
Okay. There is more than 500 solution problems. Not 100.
Different wideness.
Lots of, yes. That's one of them.
And materials.
Materials, excellent. What is the question you ask? Okay, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question to help you, okay? What is the question you ask before you design to improve? Let's say I am a company, I am in Bihac or in Sardine, and I come to you as a colleague. I tell you I want you to improve for me this pillar. What is the question you should ask before you design a new pillar? What is the question you should ask? Sorry?
What I want.
Okay. What you want? Okay. What you want? What type of vegetables?
Yes.
Maybe you want
How
to.
many?
You want to be good, right? Okay. What type of vegetable? What else? What type of customers?
Yes.
Right? What type of customers? Is it old people? Is it young people? Is it you want it to be very safety, or you want it to be sharp? If it is old people, they cannot hold. You know, some people they cannot hold it in a proper way, right? If they are disabled, right? They need to hold it in a different way. So it depends on the people they can use it.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes, you can design different things according to different people. Okay, what else? What are the questions you should ask? Okay. Do you want it to be disposable, one-time use, or it is forever? You want it to stay for 10 years? You want it to be expensive? Because to stay longer time, it's like the shaving. To stay longer time, it means that will be more expensive, right? If it is disposable one time, then it will be the sharpness will be very small, right? So the sharper it is, the more expensive it is. And you want to make it totally safe. You want it to be covered so that children does not put their hand in it and they injure themselves or not, right? So these are the type of questions. Because they started to ask these type of questions, okay, then we had this thing. Victoria, you can start and say.
So as we think about lots of things, so always, what I want to do I want to do it for different kind of vegetables or only for one kind of vegetables? For example, if I want to do multi-things with it, do I want to do it for people who are left-handed or right-handed? Because, you know, most of the things you buy for people from right hand, but people who use their left hands, they use different things. So this is to make it easier for both. Sometimes if it's to have a minimal waste, because sometimes, okay, they are good pillars, but they will have lots of waste. And if you're in a country with less vegetables, less things, you want to have the minimal waste with it. For example, you want it to be saves time. That means going to be very fast and sharper with it. For example, you want to make it durable, you want to make it easy to wash, easy to clean. because you know some players, okay, do the things easy, but then when you come to clean it and wash it, will waste more of your time. So easy, safe to store, safe to have it. So from a simple thing, see how are different questions you can bring, and then you can develop the project according to the questions you have asked. And I think this is the same thing when you go to your laboratory. It's not about you know about the wood you are working in, the experiment you are doing, the food you are doing, but how to improve it comes out of your questions. And according to the questions, as the need of it, you go and develop your project you are working in. Okay, the comfortable of using it, the sharpeners of it. Okay?
Okay. So my question for you before we close is what things you can improve now according to this same. We're taking 3 examples today, right? We're taking the examples in how come the butterfly will be moving from static to dynamic, right? Number 1, which is about the power of visualization. We're taking the example of the cup and how much very simple ways of improving the cup design, because we thought what we asked about the cup, the main question, what's next I can do with the cup, right? And we're taking the example of the vegetable peeler, and we said what type of user they will be using, okay, what type of process or way we can use it with, and we have managed to bring lots of business from this vegetable peeler. This is very simple ways of improving the designs or improving things when we go to laboratory. Okay, so how can you use this in real life? How can we use this in real life before we conclude?
Kako ne možemo koristiti u stvarnom životu?
Što kaže?
Kako možemo sve ove stvari koristiti u pravu, da, općenito. Ne samo za
In
ovo.
my life.
Yes, in real life, yes, in your life, yes. How can you use this?
Oh, cactus, butterfly,
Yes,
and
the example is the essence,
Yes.
the meaning, the meaning, not the
idea
the
behind it.
idea of it.
idea.
Yes.
Znači, za ova 3 primjera, kako možemo koristiti te stvari u životu općenito?
Znam, šta ćemo, kako vi koristite lektora? Oni ubijaju.
A ne općenito primjer, kako vojska mijenja zapravo stvari na način koji vi gledate. Ne, znači, ono ne ti, nego ti primjer.
Muzika se inspiriše u nekim tim slučajnim situacijama.
She said that, for example, music inspires her.
Excellent.
Visual.
Excellent. So I can use music because the music is inspiring me. I can work when I do design, or for example, when I do my laboratory, or I want to improve something, I can put the music.
Yes.
Because this is one of the sources that increase my inspiration.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Butterfly inspiration. All my students.
What else? What else?
What do we have?
What else we can do about besides what improvement we can do? Very simple improvement, like the cup. What we can do in real life to do improvements? Anything?
And
Have you seen any products in Bihac that we can improve very simply and we can bring from it lots of business or lots of ideas?
cup of coffee is good for morning, for study, working.
Yes. For example, now we have the Bosnian coffee, right? I will say, this is my opinion. Bosnian coffee now is not given in all the coffee shops, right? How can we make the Bosnian coffee available in all the coffee shops? It's very important. Maybe making a machine for that, making something that will not make our coffee to be, hide it away in all the coffee shops. It's a pity, right? You are in Bosnia, but we go for Bosnian coffee shops, and they say, no, we don't have Bosnian coffee.
You only can have espresso.
Drink so many coffee in Bosnia.
Yes. But you don't have Bosnian coffee a lot in most of your shops, unfortunately, unless you go to a big restaurant, you don't have Bosnian coffee. Okay, anyway, I leave you with these thoughts. It's very important that we think, we can change the world by using lots of tools. And these are the very basic tools. People, they started to visualize. For that, there is lots of entrepreneurs coming up. And they started to see that they can solve even society problems. And this is what we do. We are having projects like relevant to today, like Arabella, they are taking projects relevant to poor or poverty or quality of life of youth. We are talking about projects relevant to, for example, solving problems in for youth not working in voluntary work. So we are working with the Diagnose club, okay?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you help that we can make inspiration about here?
Yes, of course.
One.
You just say whenever you want and we'll do it for you. We are ready. Yes. Inspiration lab.
Yeah.
We are ready.
Yes. You can ask Arabella also. We are ready. We've been saying this for a long time. Okay? Because I think your students and you guys, you need this type of thinking. Life is not about only. See, we have two parts of the brain, and I'll conclude. I promise you. It's my last words. Okay? I'll leave it with this thought because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has really differentiated us from animals. Okay? And unfortunately, lots of us, we live the life of animals without knowing, with all the respect. We think we are living, but we are not alive. Okay? Because people, as I said yesterday, they can live without water for 3 days. They can live without air or oxygen for a few minutes. But living anytime without inspiration, or without visualizing your role in life and so on, or without thinking to improve everything around you, then we are really not alive. Okay? So always think about these things. Build up the curiosity. You know the curiosity? Question everything around you. Why this is not improving? Why this is... Don't take things for granted. Because when you take things for granted means that, you tell them what means for granted. Means that is, خلاص, you accept everything. What happened to you? You end up migrating and leaving your country. Okay? And this is not a solution. Okay, the solution is that you question lots of things, you try to improve everything around you. This is what makes you different than other people. Okay? Yes.
This is abstraction for me.
Yeah. Okay, translate Arabella, please. Yes.
Uglavnom da uvijek u životu budemo znatiženi, uvijek se postavljamo pitanje, da uvijek ne uznamo stvari onako kako jesu i da je to kraj. Znači uvijek ima mjesta za poboljšanje i da smo mi sami trebamo se naći tu svoju inspiraciju uvijek.
Okay.
Ali ne može se uvijek inspiracija realizirati. To je problem. To su ideje.
Okay, I would like to...
This is idea.
Okay.
She said that it's not always possible to your inspiration to realize it, to put it in realization.
Factors for idea, for realization.
Yeah, that's what we say in labs. You learn techniques to put it. For example, techniques of observations, catching.
Not
Yes.
hard because we did lots of success stories.
You just need to follow the
We are not
techniques.
ideas. We are
and
not
then-
professors who say ideas. We are people, practitioners. We solved lots of problems.
And maybe people who worked with us, like Arbella, she's saying we do certain techniques, and then you can see it.
Okay, we change lots of people around the world.
Maybe if
because
you
of
see
these
it in
ideas.
Bosnian.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We hope for you all the best, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you. It's very good.
Thank you.
It's interesting.
Thank you.